Woo! Happy beginning of the weekend. Welcome to LoveBabz, Love Talk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. I've got a guest this morning. I've got y'all know Shelly from the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. Shelly Q. She's coming on because the festival is about to get into full swing, and New Haven becomes the International Festival Arts and Ideas hub. And so I got my my International Festival of Arts and Ideas Bible, and I'm already thinking about all the things that I want to hit, all the places I want to be. So and Shelly and I have this conversation every year. What are we gonna go to? Now she's the executive director, so she's gonna go to way more things than I. But I love trying to keep up. That's really what I'm doing, just trying to keep up. So I can't wait. She's coming on in about 5 minutes, and we're gonna have a really good conversation about the festival this year. And I already know some highlights. So I mean, it's a lot of cool stuff going on. And you know, and don't just concern yourself with just the arts part. The ideas part is pretty cool too. You know, when you have these big thinking conversations around issues of the day. And I love it. Like um, you know, this whole piece on Black farming, farming while Black, reclaiming land and agricultural heritage. It's a screening. They're going to screen this film May 21st. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to try to see that because you know we are fans of Miss Pennington, Leah, and so I'm excited about that. So anyway, Shelly will be on in a few minutes. At 10:15, our resident high priest is coming on. Our Yoruba priest is coming on. Anru, half Kenny, will be on at 10:15 to help us align ourselves with our Orishas. God knows we need it with the way the world is going upside down, you know. So it'd be nice to have conversation with him. Um, Peaceful Passover to my Jewish sisters and brothers. This is a season of Passover, and I hold them in prayer. So I'm telling this has been with all the drama in the world and the violence and the wars during this most holiest season of the year. Whew, it's almost a little crazy. So anyway, Shelly will be on in a few minutes. We can have a conversation about the International Festival of Arts and Ideas and what we up to this year. You know, um, and uh, and what that looks like, and you know, uh, all the kind of stuff that we get to do in the summer, which is fun. New Haven comes alive, and for me, this spring, this so-called spring, the weather has been very beautiful. It's been very beautiful. So, FYI, um, it's been a very beautiful spring with the cherry blossoms everywhere. And if you've noticed, they've been hanging around a little bit longer than usual. Usually we have a carpet of cherry blossoms on the ground. But today, right now, they're still hanging on the trees, you know, and that kind of thing. So just having a good conversation. So about what's going on and what's coming. So anyway, I hope everybody's good. Let's see. I was over at Possible Futures Bookstore. This weekend is little books independent bookstore weekend. And I think I have Lauren coming on maybe tomorrow morning. I don't think today. Maybe tomorrow morning she's coming on. I think she's popping in tomorrow. I was gonna have Juanita from DiasporaCon, but she has a commitment that she can't come on tomorrow. But I think Lauren is coming on tomorrow to talk about little independent bookstore weekend. And then there's a whole independent passport, which I'll have ready for y'all to see tomorrow. But yeah, so they're gearing up for independent bookstore weekend, which is really nice. I mean, I spend my money in independent bookstores, so it's not a new concept for me. I love independent bookstores, so I'm just saying. So that's something to look forward to, but I think she'll be on tomorrow and we'll talk more about it. But right now, I'm going to welcome Shelly from the International Festival of Arts and Ideas, because I have my Bible.
Right?
I have my Bible.
You have it memorized, I think, by the festival.
Listen, I'm about to go through this thing in dog ear like I do every year.
Yes.
And put my stickies on to remind myself, don't miss this. Get that. Get there. Be there.
Yes.
How are
yes.
you?
Yes. I met with Fahad and Bill yesterday, and Fahad was talking about Samara Joy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I know Babz is excited about Samara Joy. I'm like, Babz is the reason Samara Joy is here.
And
listen,
yes,
that show is selling better than anything else. So you tell me who we should book next year, Babz.
Listen, I feel like I work for this young woman, because I'm telling you. But Shelly, when you see her and hear her, she's just gonna blow you away.
Yeah.
And she's 24 years old or 23 years old, and to have a voice that just takes you back in time. It's crazy how good she is.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
divine, right? Like it's a gift. It's the gift that was given to her that she's cultivated.
I was on Martha's Vineyard when she performed last year, and I was her concierge. I was in charge of selling her merch.
Yeah.
And I was telling people, I said, listen, you better buy this merch while you can afford it. She has CDs and t-shirts, all the things. I said, listen, this little girl gonna be a big, big thing. And what did she do the next year? Won a Grammy, back-to-back Grammy.
Yes.
I was like, see,
well, you've seen enough work that you can tell. And
tell. And she's only gonna become greater, right? Because that voice is just, it's gonna, when she settles into full-on womanhood, that voice is just gonna get you. So
I can't wait.
I'm crazy ready to see her. So
yes.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
It's busy. I am so busy. Like I like it. It's fun. And also I'm like, ooh, I'm busy.
Well, busy with the festival, but your family has been taken in the Northeast. I mean, y'all have been going to stuff as a family.
Yes.
Like, where are they? Where are they this weekend? Where are they?
Well, we're not used to having everything so close, right? Like when you're in the Midwest, you have to drive. You have to, you have to get in the car and take a 5 hour to, it's so at your fingertips here. And so we're excited about that.
I know, you're like 3 hours, 5 hours, I could be in DC. What?
We're going to Montreal in July.
Oh, yeah. I've been to Montreal in years and years and years. Have you ever been?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
yes.
then
it's like being in Europe.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a European city.
Totally a European city. But they do a circus festival. Yeah, they do a circus festival in July. And so we're gonna drive. the fact that we can train to New York and drive to Montreal, it just feels like Christmas. Like this is not your life when you live in Midwest.
Well,
So
that is a perk of the Northeast. All right, so tell me about this festival this year. It's Move With Us. That's the theme. Move with us.
yeah, move with us. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get too heavy on a theme, right? Because we thought let's like let the threads of the work kind of speak to us. But move just kept coming up as a connection, and in particular, so I have that's my Bible too, and I also have this, which I know you know about, The Best We Could Do, which is the
Yes.
big read book.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And so this really inspired this idea, the theme of migration, and that's where move kind of started to take root. Was okay, this is about movement of people, movement of animals, movement of the earth. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about migration. And so it's present in the big read events. We are talking about the great migration in the big read events. We're talking about the migration of people from Southeast Asia to the US as a result of war. And then we're also talking during the festival with Contratiempo. They're doing a piece called Azúcar about the migration of people from West Africa through the Caribbean and into the Northeast as a result, and actually into the entire United States as a result of sugar farming, which has, had some ugly sides to it,
Yeah.
and
Lots.
sugarcane harvesting, right? Yeah. So there are things to celebrate about migration, and then there are things to just examine and say, oof, this has not been so good. But also there's an agency when it's about movement, and it's you choosing the movement. That's what I love about the arts, right? Is that there's an agency that's in it when you make yourself the subject.
Oh, yes. 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 So I was telling someone, when I was looking at when I was at the kickoff, and then when I got my Bible in the mail, this seems like it's like almost like how the festival started with a
Mm,
cornucopia of all kinds of things from around the world.
hmm hmm
Because the festival used to be a festival that just happened in New Haven and wasn't part of New Haven.
Right.
And then over the last several years, it became a festival really rooted in New Haven.
Yes.
And now it's a festival rooted in New Haven with the world invited in,
Yes.
I'm feeling. I see it. Like I see it in the reflection of this. And I think people were sort of longing for a little bit return to that kind of international feel,
Yes.
because
Yes.
we all ain't traveling. Like you're not gonna
Yeah.
find me in places where I could see some of this, right?
That's right. That's right. Yes. No, you've nailed it. That's exactly the journey that we've been on. And, some of it has been the result of during heavy pandemic years, we weren't able to bring some of these artists and speakers
Right.
to come with us. And also that created a moment, an opportunity to just really deeply build relationships with um, New Haven, especially for someone like me who's coming from outside, right? Like I can't with integrity, I think, lead an organization that's doing a festival here if I don't have the relationships with the folks that live here. And
Yes.
so now that you nailed it. I mean, that's it. We were really New Haven focused, and now it's rooted in New Haven with the world invited in. And my hope is that people that live here that call this place home both see themselves reflected and also see things like, to your point, that they wouldn't otherwise be able to see, where they
Mm-hmm.
can draw connections between, we can celebrate our shared humanity, right? Like that's the gift of artistic work and humanities work, is that we are surprised and learning about things that aren't familiar, and also finding the familiar in those things that are unfamiliar, so that we can have stronger bonds with each other.
Yes, I'm feeling this a lot. And there's a lot in this. There's a lot of intimate opportunities for people to gather, like the Elm City, the heartbeat of kinetic, when you're doing on this cinematic odyssey that celebrates the vibrant tapestry of the hill and Dixwell. Like I like that. I think that's
Yeah, that's actually a culmination of the work with the neighborhood festivals. We got an NEA Our Town grant this year to talk about and document. The name that the NEA uses is cultural asset mapping. The way that we're doing it is what does it mean for us to talk about cultural resilience and documentation of the beauty and the richness that exists in these neighborhoods? So it's happening via a documentary, and through relationships. But yeah, I mean, I think a good festival should have big moments and small moments, right? Like you need both of those things. And so there
Absolutely.
are big moments when Samara Joy is going to be on the College Street stage, and I imagine we'll have a full house. It's looking that way so far. We're going to have Giant Circus from Montreal doing a Romeo and Juliet, kind of circus duel. And then we're going to have a moment to listen to Sherry Pocknet and watch her cook food, in the
I
tradition of
love
the
the way
Wampanoag.
food is being centered a lot more because culinary arts is an art, right? And
Totally.
and food
Absolutely.
is the universal language of everybody, right? Like we all have rice dishes and we all have bread dishes
That's
and that,
right.
so those are the connecting things. So it's nice to see food really really centered in the
Yeah, yeah, it's
festival.
craft. It's skill and craft and it's culture.
And who doesn't love empanadas? Ooh.
And there's that.
I
I
don't I
mean,
don't understand who
the
doesn't
beauty
love
of that one too is you walk and you eat, so you can
and
burn
you
the calories
eat.
off as you go. I love that. I love that.
Who doesn't love an empanada? Like,
Oh,
and I
it's
don't
gonna be
necessarily want to learn how to make them. I'll be at the end of the table. I'll happily eat them.
Yeah, well, you can watch other people make them and
Yes.
appreciate them even the more as a result of that. One of the other artists, so I want to just call out a couple of artists I'm really
Yes,
excited about
please.
that I've known for years, and and I've wanted to invite to New Haven. So one of them is Daka Braka. They are a
Yes.
Ukrainian folk group. They've been touring the world and have been impossible to book, because they have been so in demand since the war in Ukraine has been going on. As part of their work is both about advocacy for the people of Ukraine, but also they're sharing their art. So they're going to be on the green for free on World Refugee Day on
Wow.
June 20th, and we'll have a World Food Bazaar. And then Iris has this fantastic male Afghan young men dance group that's going to open for them.
Wow.
So there's like this really nice nod to the fact that Connecticut is affected and enriched by a refugee community, and we acknowledge that there are things happening all over the world that are creating that. So I'm really excited about Daka Braka. And you think Ukrainian folk, you don't think it's going to be like intense, interesting rock kind of, and that's what it is. Like it's not like anything I think you will have experienced before. The other artist that we presented at the Ordway many years ago, and she's phenomenal. Her name's Dobe Nahare.
Hmm.
This is not an artist that I think has come to Connecticut or at least come to New Haven before. She's from Sierra Leone.
Okay.
This woman is incredible.
What day is
She
she on?
she's on Friday, June 28th,
Okay.
the last weekend. So the Friday before the Caribbean Heritage Festival. She's gonna have to camp
Oh,
out with us.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
she is a drummer, a dancer, a
Oh yeah,
songwriter.
here she is.
Yes, that is her. That is her. Dobena Hare. Yeah.
Whoa.
She sings in multiple languages. She is a force. And not only is she amazing to see perform, her messages are very connected to the social change she wants to see in the world. So in some ways, she reminds me a little bit of someone we both love, which is Sona Jawarte,
Ah,
right?
I was so
Um,
so sad I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
I
Ah,
know.
I mean, I talked
So
to her on the show, but I didn't
you
get a
did,
chance to
yes.
like put my hands on her, like, hey. But I
She
was so
wants to
glad
come back, Babs.
she should. Oh, that's one you should bring back. She
Yeah,
needed a
she
longer time performing. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, 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 no. That's right. I agree with
I
you.
love I loved everything about what I was saying this to my besties. It's like, when I talk to these women from the continent, they are they are intentional about what they say and their mission. I mean, I
Yes.
feel it with Angelique Kidjo.
Yes.
I feel it with Sona. I feel it with just about any artist that comes from the continent, that they are very clear about social justice and
Mhm.
you know, I so
Yes. Yeah,
mm,
I agree with you. And so Dobe is the same way. We'll make sure you get a chance to talk to Dobe and in person.
Oh,
because
I
I
would
think you'll
not.
be really inspired by and she's been around forever. I mean, she's a superstar around the world. I don't think she's as known in the US as,
Okay.
Angelique and
Well,
Sona.
she's about to be well known now. She comes to the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. So that green is gonna look like a rainbow.
That's right. Yes, as
Look
it
like a
should, right? That's what New Haven is. That's what New
yes,
Haven is.
yes, yes.
We
Because
are a
they're
rainbow.
because I know she has a following. I know she has a strong following of people here,
She
everywhere,
does.
and they're gonna
She does.
make their way to see her.
Yes. And so speaking of strong followings, the other night that I know is just going to blow up is the last night, which is the 29th on the Green. That's the Caribbean Heritage Festival.
Oh
And
my
we have
gosh, my
not,
favorite thing.
I know, right? We have not announced who the act is yet.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
It's common.
Okay.
But it's going to be it's we've been working, with the leadership of New Haven Caribbean Heritage Festival, Kay and Sherms, and talking about how to really bring it all together even more closely than it was last year, which was pretty close.
I
But
thought so.
everything's going to be on the lower green this year.
I love the festival being on the lower green.
Yeah.
One, because there's shade.
Yes. Yes. I
And
know. We
and
need that
and
shade.
two, when you block the street and the food trucks are there, I mean, it just makes for a very community, family friendly. Like people could bring their kids and
Yes.
not worry about cars and all that kind of stuff, and vendors, which I love.
Yes.
So,
Yes. So that's all happening. That's our closing night. We're
oh,
starting on a
okay.
Friday. We're starting on a Friday and closing on a Saturday. So that's
All
the
right.
blowout closing night.
I love it. I love it. I think you can't go wrong with the Caribbean.
I love the Caribbean. I agree.
Right.
And there's a huge community here. So the singer on this main stage on the green stage to close us out will be a Trinidad singer, but
Okay.
that's as much
Well,
as I can say
once
right now.
once once it gets out, the green will be blanketed with with the whole Caribbean diaspora.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The other thing that's cool that is newsworthy, I think, is that Perry So,
Yes.
right,
Yes. He's
has been
coming. This is
announced.
his, this is his first, like, he's back, right? He'll be here.
Yes, this is it. This is the very first concert that he's doing as the conductor of the New Haven Symphony Orchestra for free on the Green on the 15th.
Wow. And they usually have some surprise with them for this.
Yes,
Is
yes,
there
they're really rooting in New Haven and looking for lots of collaborations locally, and so they're producing the whole evening,
okay.
and it's going to
I
be
can't, I can't see what they, because normally they commission somebody and I hadn't heard anything yet. I haven't shaken it out of Elaine yet. It's like, okay,
it's
what
coming. It's coming.
what's the
It's coming.
surprise? Because every year is a surprise of
Yeah.
some artist that sings with them or
Yes.
performs with them, or
Yes.
so they
Yes.
collaborate with on stage. Like,
Yes. There
but I
will be
haven't
there will
heard
be that
anything.
aspect. There will be
Okay.
that aspect. And then later that same weekend, one of the things that I wanted to shine a light on this year was the fact that as we're talking about New Haven is a part of the world, right? So Americana music, just like
Mm.
Beyonce said, listen, country music is my music. Americana music is part of the world. And so on Sunday, the 16th, which is Father's Day, we have two bands, a Celtic band from Montreal, Cecilia. That's amazing. It will, like, if you don't like Irish music, you will like Irish music after this set. And then the Ebony Hillbillies,
Yes.
right?
I'm looking forward to them. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the Ebony Hillbillies.
Yeah, me too. I think that's going to be a really fun concert. And, the timing of this with what Beyonce's been doing, what Rihanna Giddens has been talking about in terms of like claiming this lineage that is real, because it's been excluded, right, from country
Yeah.
music, the blackness
Yeah.
of country music. It's very exciting to be a part of that
I
conversation.
I I'm a fan of them, and I can't wait to that's gonna be sweet.
That is going to be sweet. That is
I
going
mean,
to be
I'm
sweet.
sorry, I might have to miss the King
Cecilia.
Lear piece. I might. We'll see what
Well,
happens.
we've got 3 days of that. So Friday
Okay.
night, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, you've got
All
time.
right.
You've got
Okay.
time.
Because
Um,
that's that. I gotta make decisions.
you gotta choose. I'm sorry, you gotta choose.
I love it. I tell people all the time, like, oh, why is everything on one day? Why is there so much on one day? I was like, because you have to wrestle with what is it that you really want to see and then
Yeah.
commit to it.
Yes, yes. No, you're totally right.
That-
That's it. If that's
that-
what festivals are, right?
That's
It's
it.
about density. It's
I
about
love
density.
it. So,
Um, so yeah, I mean, we could go on and on. There's so many. Yeah. Yes, Ebony Hillbillies. There they are.
and then there's the Celtic,
There's the Celtic. Yep. There's the Celtic. So the second
Cecilia.
Saturday, the second Friday, do you know who Stokely Williams is?
I do. Listen, girl, who are you talking to?
He's from
Who you talking?
Minnesota. Did you know he's from Minnesota?
No, I didn't know he was from Minnesota.
He's from Minnesota.
But
Um,
who? But you
so
ask
I
anybody.
knew him, yeah. And we are bringing Stokely, and he's starring in the Rick James musical right now.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine. Is he the Rick James character?
He's Rick James.
Rick. Now, Stokely, they do all that smooth R&B kind of stuff. Like,
Mhm.
this R&B, straight up R&B.
It is R&B
And
straight up.
Rick James blurred the line. I might have to see this performance.
I know, right? I don't know if he's gonna, do a little homage to the Rick James musical. Well, it's gonna be a straight up Stokely concert
And it's an
on the
all-white
20th.
party too. We gotta wear all white.
All white. You don't have
Okay.
to, but
No, no,
if
no,
you
no,
want.
no, no. Come on. When you send out the instructions to Black folks, we know what to
I do.
do.
Because it looks good. I'm gonna look like a ghost probably with all white. I'll try to get tan. We'll see what happens. But white's not the best color for me. But yes, we're gonna do all white. And then that Saturday night, there's a great group that I saw at Global Fest at Lincoln Center this last year, Laberinto de Coco. So it's a bomba
Oh,
fusion
okay.
group that is led by the percussionist Hector Coco Barez, who used to play with Calle 13. They were a really well-known Puerto Rican band. And so I'm excited to have Puerto Rican bomba music, bomba salsa on a weekend. We haven't done that in the last few years, just to like really invite that community out to be present. And it's Afro-Cuban music, which is, or
They're gonna have
Afro-Puerto
a good
Rican music,
time.
I mean. So Afro-Caribbean, yeah, that's my, I love that. I love
That's
that.
gonna be a good time right there.
That is going to be a good time.
That's a
That's
good
going to
time.
be a
That
good
music,
time.
everybody, that green gonna be danced down. Let me tell you.
I know, right? Yeah, there will be dance. I mean, I can't wait. That's one of my favorite things is the dancing.
Yeah, I'm here for that too. But yeah. Let me make sure I rest up during the week.
Listen, I'm not like, yes, I feel it. I'm in training now, actually. I've been working out like you have.
Yes. I'm
Oh, you got silence for a second.
That's because I put the book down on my desktop and it cut it off.
Yeah, you
I've been weight training because strength training is key to longevity.
yeah. Yeah. Are you noticing that you have more energy?
I have more energy. I'm stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the age, Shelly, if I fall down, I want to be able to get up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
I
And
want to be able to get up and I want to be able to carry this body further. So strength training build bone density, all the things that they tell you that you need it for. And women need to do it. Women specifically need to be
are you doing it every day, or is it like 3
three
times a week?
times a week because you have to give
Okay.
your body rest. So I do it 3
Okay.
times a week. And so far it's been good. I mean, it's challenging. So
you are moving. You're living the narrative of move.
so I might be able to make it through the whole festival this
I
year
like
without
it.
nonstop. Like, okay, where am I going? Let me go. Let me make a run. Let me do all the stuff. So
Yes. No, it's gonna be. Saying there's something for everyone makes it sound like it's a buffet, and that's not the intention, right? There's intentional curation of programming that is both broad and deep.
I love that there's a long table at Joya.
Yeah.
Because
So
you and I
that's
have talked about this, like some kind of table. Remember I talked to you about this? I said,
Yes, about doing it in community.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
on
yeah,
my
yeah.
mind.
I love that. I love that. Yes, there's a long table at Joya the same night as Samara Joy. So you
Oh
could
yeah.
go eat at Joya
I,
and
I was thinking that.
we're working on what the post show is going to be too, so that there's an opportunity to hang out afterwards if people are so inclined.
Oh, well, whatever it is, I know you'll let me know because
Uh-huh.
I will go anywhere where she is. And I like the college music place if they
You
put
like it?
chairs out. If they put some chairs out, because
Oh
you know,
yes,
since
it will not be standing room.
yeah,
No,
because
it's
that
seated. No, I don't those days are over for me.
I don't mind standing up, but I need to be able to sit down.
That no, there will be it will be a seated concert in College Street
Yeah.
Music Hall. Absolutely.
And
Uh,
the inner city is one of the sponsors of this, which
yes, thank
I am
you.
so delighted by. So delighted
Yeah.
to see that,
Yeah,
so
that's exciting. That we're very grateful for that support and help spreading the word. I mean, like you said, it once you hear her, it changes you.
it
And that
does.
those are the comments that I'm seeing on all of the social, like all the promotions that we're doing. All the comments are like, you can't miss this. You
Yeah,
must hear her. Like exactly what you're saying.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so getting the word out is the most important thing right now. I mean, I've been talking to people from Hartford to some of the schools here in New Haven. And even though I imagine, I'm like, oh, everyone knows it's in the middle of the city. It's on the green. Everyone knows what's happening and feels welcome. And that's not true. Like we actually have to go out and invite people and welcome them and get the word out. And so that's only possible with partnership. And I'm so grateful for your partnership in that.
Well, it's my pleasure. Tell me about Carol Pierotto.
Caro Pierotto, she is a Brazilian born bossa nova singer.
Because I love bossa nova,
I know
Shelly.
you do. I know.
I love a bossa
You are
nova.
a woman of the world.
I
Like this
just,
festival is made for you.
it is.
I know. I know. You are international. She's based in LA. She's originally from Brazil, and she's wonderful. I mean, she and her band just make you feel through their sound as though you are in Brazil at a jazz cafe. Like that's the
That's what
vibe.
yeah, I can't wait to see her.
That
I
is the
love that it's
vibe.
on a Thursday, right? Because
Yeah.
you need stuff to do on a Thursday.
Yeah. And then right before that, we have this great violinist who happens to just be coming through the Northeast. His name is
Yes.
Luca Ciarla. And he plays, it's just him, but he uses like a loop pedal and he uses other instruments. And so the sound that he makes is actually much bigger than what a solo violinist would be. You can tell from just looking at the picture. So now I'm going to do what
Yes.
you were doing, right? Is that
Yes.
there's energy. There's
Italian
energy there.
folk. Also,
Yeah.
I could just make this a whole like a whole evening. Just come down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the intention is that you can come out towards right at if you're working at a time when you stop at 5, you have time to get dinner, or you can grab dinner and bring it with you, set up a picnic and just be there. Just be there and experience it. And it's all free. And yeah,
I
it's gonna
love
be
it.
fun. I can't wait to see everybody. I'm looking
Oh, I
forward to
think it's
seeing
going to be
everybody.
great. I think you got a night of poet laureates on Tuesday the 25th, June
Yes.
25th.
Yes.
That's going to be hot.
That is going to be hot. That is going to be hot. That, yeah, storytelling and poetry it's in there.
And
And
Pechacucha is back.
yes,
Listen, Shelly, the first time I was down on the Green Sea Pit, it was so many people in there. It's like, because I've done Pechacucha, what, 2 or 3 times.
I know you have.
And I love the fact that people show up for this. Like they
Yes.
just show up to and they are entertained by it and they perform in it. I'm just blown away. So high five
Yeah.
to
I mean, New Haven is a city of creative people, is the right
yeah.
the vibe I get, and people who are interested in participating that. So they like to watch and they also like to do. And I think the Pechacucha gets both of those in a
Yeah.
beautiful way. Are you performing at the festival this year? By the
I
way,
I
I think you
am.
are, aren't you?
I finally said, I've been hanging out with the Broken Umbrella people. I just been hanging out, like, and they've
Yeah.
been, and since the beginning of hanging out, I auditioned for them and they said, yes, come and join us. And then I just kind of shied away from performing, but I go and I hang out with them. We
Yeah.
talk and I offer whatever opinions or whatever. But so when they kept saying, well, are you gonna do this? I was like, mm-mm. They were like, well, but I would show up for rehearsals and practice. And they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah. But you
are you
didn't want to be
doing
in
it?
it.
I was like, mm-mm.
Were you nervous? Or
I don't know what it is. I don't know. You know what it is? They are so talented, Shelly.
mm-hmm.
Like Ian and Ruben and Jess and
Mm-hmm.
Eric and all. I mean, they are so talented that
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the weak
I
person on the
understand.
totem
Yeah.
pole, right?
Right.
'Cause they are seasoned, funny,
Yes.
talented, so finally they were like, well, we'll write a part for you. I was like, so now I finally said,
So you are, because they're in the festival.
oh, I'm in it. I'm gonna have a very small. So Jess goes, oh, good. I'll send you some pages. Like pages. I just want to carry a prop. So
You
I'm
can do
excited.
it.
They
You
are
can do
very
it.
talented. They are
Yeah.
so talented, Shelley.
Yeah, yeah.
And even
Yeah.
in our rehearsals and the meetings that they have, the talent just I'm just in awe of them,
Yes.
and the way that
Yes.
they're funny and
Yes.
quick-witted, and I'm just glad that they let me play with them, like
Oh,
they
it's
let me
gonna
in the
be
room.
that's gonna be really special. And so we've been talking to them actually about doing this sneak peek this year and
Yes.
then the full production in our
Yes.
30th anniversary in 2025.
Yes. So a slice of what's to come. And we're doing it at I guess I'm allowed to say where we're doing it.
Yeah,
We're
of
doing
course.
it we're doing it at Next Door Pizza on Humphrey, and which fosters that belief that theater can happen anywhere,
Yep.
and we're creating theater in a honest to God working pizza restaurant.
That is amazing.
It,
And
and
you
the
get
way that it's
pizza as
and
a
you
result.
get pizza. And you get the history, you get a taste of, you get a slice of New Haven pizza history too, which is so engaging. Colin is a
I
is a
know.
walking historical phenomena of all these things.
He is. He is. I know. We're very lucky that not only is there a pizza history here, but there are keepers of that history.
Yes, he is committed to it. So they're great. They're a great bunch to work with, and they're creating a wonderful slice for the larger production that you'll see. I
And you'll be
guess
in that
next
one
year.
too, right?
Yeah, I think that's the
That's the idea.
if
That's what
I
the
if I
pages
hang
are
around
for.
long enough, I'll be in it. I need somebody to
That's why you're
carry
getting pages, Babs.
carry a
For that.
carry a pizza tray across the room without tripping. Or maybe I do trip, I don't know.
Maybe you trip.
So the festival does have a lot, Shelly. Like there's a lot.
Yeah,
And,
there's a
and
lot.
but I do think there's something for everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
I
There
do.
is. There really is. And um it's starting earlier and earlier because what we're finding is that people are ready. So I mean the most of it is June 14th through the 29th. We've already started big read stuff because
Yes.
you've been watching, you've been there.
Yes.
The neighborhood festivals are
And those
underway.
kick off, have they started yet or they start this
We
weekend?
we did a little immersion event at the Canal Dock Boathouse that was kind of in the Long Wharf area. That wasn't a
Okay.
traditional neighborhood festival, but that happened. But the like what you know of as a neighborhood festival, that starts on May 4th with Fairhaven.
Okay. Okay. So
Yep.
Fairhaven
And
is the
then
first one.
yes,
And
Fairhaven,
then
then we do the Hill, then we do
yes.
West Rock, then we do New Hallville, then Dixwell. And Dixwell is doing like a 3-day. There's the Freddie Fixer parade, there's the festival, and there's a gala the night before. So
Oh, there's a whole lot going on for
I
that.
know.
Wow.
You don't have
But
to
I
go anywhere really in May and June. You don't have to travel anywhere.
you have
And
to go.
that there's also the opportunity to see. Do you remember when we brought Leah Penniman
Yes.
to do the visionary leadership event last year and honored her?
Yes.
Um, so there's a documentary film that just got released,
Farming While
and
Black.
Farming While Black. And so we're doing a screening in May. at May 21st at the Adante Student Center at Southern Connecticut State University. The filmmaker will be here, the director. And Leah can't make it, but she's going to send us a video message. We'll have some Black farmers that will be from Connecticut that will be speaking after the event and really connecting it to what's happening locally. But that I think that's going to be a lot of fun and an opportunity for people who were just taken by her, because a lot of folks were just taken by her message and her work, to
Yeah.
revisit that.
Yeah. She's good people.
She
I mean,
is.
she's good people. I've been trying to get her to have a glamping component to the Soul Fire Farm.
A glamping.
A glamping component.
I'm
Like
in. I'm in.
this
I'm
might
not a
go against
camper.
all your social justice work, but I'm an old lady. So she's
You
like,
need some creature comforts.
we have indoor showers and all of that. I was like, I know, but I need a modicum of luxury. I know. She's like, if you don't get away from me with your craziness. But I was like, I don't know, Leah. Glamping might be a nice little money maker for the farm. You put it on it somewhere out the way and you set up
Yeah,
beautiful things and
like a trailer.
a
There's like
trailer or even fancy tents, just saying. I'm
I
just
like that. I like this.
I
I'm
like
trying to
it
get
too.
her to do some glamping.
I'm trying to get it.
You are hilarious. I love
I don't,
that.
like I love the farm and all. I just don't want to go up there and mess around in the farm, but I want to be on the farm.
Yeah. Right. Like go to the farm and then have your glamping experience.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
I get
I'm
it.
with nature, but I don't want to plant things and dig up. I don't want to do that. Sorry, but and
No,
I love
there are
her.
lots of ways to be involved. You can
Yes,
also
I
watch a
think
movie.
so. I think so. I think so. I think so. So, and let's not forget about the ideas piece too before you go, because I know you have to
Yes,
go.
yes. So
Um,
many. Have you heard of Ayanna Johnson?
yes. Yes.
Yes.
She
Yes.
is she is my soror.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Dr.
awesome.
Ayana, doctor.
Dr. Ayanna Johnson, Dr.
Yeah.
Ayanna Elizabeth Johnson.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so she is the leader of the Urban Ocean Lab.
Oh no, no, no. I got her mixed up with somebody else. She's not my
Okay,
soror, but she might be my soror. I don't know.
she
But I
might be
know
your
who
son.
she is. I was thinking of another Dr. Johnson
Okay,
that has a very similar name.
okay.
I'm getting people
She's a
mixed up.
conservationist. She's done a lot of work with ocean conservation. And what's really interesting to me, so she's going to talk on the 15th as part of our Environmental Voices Day summit. Yep, there she is with John Denkowski. Will be in conversation with her. She is, a lot of the conversation around climate is gloomy and doomy. It's going to be horrible. And so her perspective and her lens is, let's imagine that we get it right.
Oh,
What does that look like? And then let's pull ourselves towards that future, right?
okay.
Which it's a message of hope and action that I think will resonate with people.
I like this whole urban ocean lab concept. Like that is
Yeah,
so cool. And you don't see black folks in these spaces in the oceanic and environmental kind of spaces. They're there. They're just never
totally. Yes,
ever centered and seen through the media lens. So this is going to be a wonderful, and you've got a series of conversations leading up to the conversation with Dan. So it's a whole day kind of a
absolutely.
summit.
Yeah,
So
it's a whole day summit. It's going to be at the Humanities Quadrangle, where that's newly remodeled. Yale Humanities
yes,
Quadrangle. They've been doing screenings, film screenings down there. So that's where that will take place. And you can go in and out. You can stay the whole day. Um, and it's all free.
I
It's all
love
free.
that.
So yeah, you can go in and experience that. We do have a couple of one-off conversations. So there are 3 summit days. That's the first one. The second one is not have to get to it. Oh, the second one's focused on how we live, like choosing.
Oh
So
yes, yes. I saw.
right.
What day is that?
That one is on June 22nd. And we had wanted to present, and we'd planned to present Tamar Gendler and Lori Santos, who, have talked about happiness and the science of happiness and what does it mean to
Yes,
live right, like a rich life. We had this plan 2 years ago, and then they got sick. So we had to cancel it. So they're back. And we're also talking, with a bunch of different leaders, thought leaders in this area, like Kwejo Ade is going to do an art workshop on connections. And so we'll talk about social connections. You've heard there's a loneliness epidemic. Have you heard
Good.
this from the Surgeon
Well,
General?
this is why that's the underlying concept for the porching component
Yes,
that I do to remedy some of that loneliness, because the way you remedy loneliness is to gather people or
that's
to
right.
connect people. So I've been thinking about this for a very long time. This concept of loneliness, this idea of this actuality of loneliness, particularly in the age with all this technology that's supposed to bring us together, is
Yeah.
really creating such a distance with people, and so I mean, that was why my benching exhibit with the Creative Arts Workshop under Nico Whedon, under
Yes, yes. Oh, that was so beautiful.
that was about what that is about, curing loneliness, to have someone sit on a bench, look at them, see them, and embrace them for a few minutes, 20 seconds at least,
Yeah.
and hold their hands so that we could cure loneliness. So I am very interested in that very much,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
that's part of your vocation.
Yes, because it's a real thing, and I see it with people, and it's stunning to me the level of loneliness, Shelly, that is happening in people that we know and in circles that we are in.
Mm,
People are very, very lonely. So that's why I think the festival is such a good idea and such a wonderful reach, because it brings people together so they are not so alone. You know,
yes.
for a few
Yes.
weeks in the summer, people are gathered and having a good time and not focused
Yeah.
on uh, being by
Yeah.
myself. So
Yeah. Oh, I
my two
love that.
cents.
We
My
need
two
you.
cents.
No, that's important. That's really important. Um, Absolutely. The last summit day is intersections in the arts, and we're going to be ending that day with a conversation with Shelly Lowe, who is the
Hmm.
chair of the National Endowment for the Humanities, and
Yes.
she's a Native woman. She's enrolled in her tribe, which is in the southwest part of the United States, and so talking about cultural preservation and just the way I think that arts are understood and articulated, because they're not the same everywhere. And and I know that in institutions historically they've been defined by European modalities, and
Hmm.
that's not the way that's not exhaustive. That's
Yes.
exclusive.
It's very exclusive. So, so anyway, all right. So, do you have a favorite? Can you say? I ask you this every year, and
I
you
know. It's
and you
like
give me
choosing
that
my
look, like it's like saying one of my children is more favored than the other. Let's face
that's
it, Shelley.
exactly
Oh,
that's exactly that's
there's one or
exactly
two
right.
that we can tolerate, and one or two we cannot. So,
Woo! That's right. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I will say I'm very excited for circus to come back, because I people have been
I think
asking.
people are very excited about circus too.
Mm-hmm. And so we have it indoor in a performance, and we also will have it on the green in the
Mhm.
middle weekend. The Red Trouser Show is going to be doing some like street performance work and puppets. So
Okay.
I can't wait to both see that and also see that in the context of New Haven, because
Okay.
people there's been pent up energy for it, right?
Yes.
So I'm excited about that. Amy Tan is coming.
I I love AV10.
Do
I
you love Amy
love,
Tan? So Amy
and
Tan
she's
is coming.
and she's not talking about what I wanted to talk about, but she's talking about her new book, Birds. And I'm like, all right, let me hear what Amy is talking about a bird. But I'm a fan of her, like The Kitchen God's Wife and
Yeah.
Join the Club and
Yes.
the whole thing. I've been a
Yes.
fan for a very long time. So, but
Yes.
she's got this new book that's coming out or something on birds. And
The Backyard Bird Chronicles. Yeah.
yeah.
She did this whole book during the pandemic about birds. And when I was reading about it, the narrative or the description was that she treats the birds as she treats characters in her story.
Yeah.
So she brings like a personality to life in these birds. It'll be at the Peabody. It's free. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm
Um,
gonna see it because I like her, and I think
yes,
that she will make this very engaging.
absolutely. Yeah, no,
So,
she's wonderful. And I can't not say the last day of the festival, haven't announced the act yet, but it'll be the last day, so there'll be like a sense of relief that we've made it through from me. And then there is nothing like a Caribbean party on the New Haven Green. So
let
I
me tell
can't
you
wait for the
something.
29th.
Get somebody to make some rum punches, and there we are.
There we are. There we are. And hopefully it'll
Well,
be nice and hot, just like the Caribbean.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to that. Shelly, I'm looking forward to this festival. Move with us, the festival 2024. You guys have always do a great job. It's always so well done. And I'm always amazed at, and I always see something I've never seen before, and I'm always delighted by that. So I'm looking forward to it. So
Oh, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you every day.
every day. Every day.
Every
I'll be
day.
out there. I'll be out there. So thank you
Right
to
on.
you and your team. Wonderful
Absolutely.
team. You have the most gracious team.
Oh, thank
Everybody,
you.
from the folks who check your wristbands to the folks
Yeah.
that point you to directions, and just a fantastic group of folks who work this festival and care deeply about their job. So
Thank
it's
you.
nice to see. So
I
nice to
appreciate,
see.
I'll pass that on. That's great to hear. Thank you for that.
Please, I wanted to say that publicly because they do such a good job, and they take such good care with folks out there in these streets, and it's a beautiful thing. So,
Thank you. Thank you. Oh,
all right,
can't wait.
have a
All
good
right.
day,
Thank you,
and
Babs.
festival, here we come. All right, I'll see you
We'll see you
later.
out there.
See you out
Hi, this is Babs Rawls Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org. Hey y'all, this is Babs Rawls Ivy from 103.5 WNHH LoveBabz, LoveTalk. Hill House High School class of 74, we're looking for you. It's time for your 50th class reunion, and it's being planned for the summer of 2024. For more information and to receive updates, contact hillhouseclass74@gmail.com or call Alice Conyers at 412-522-5158 or Wayne Stuckey, 475-227-9755. 50th class reunion, Hill House, class of 1974. Don't miss it.
If your home was built before 1978, dust around your windows and floors could contain lead paint. This lead dust can harm young children, affecting their kidneys and brain, and even slowing a child's growth. But lead poisoning is 100% preventable. You can do something about it. To learn simple cleaning steps to keep your family safe, visit nhvhealth.org. Together, New Haven, we can get the lead out.